Oh, here's a splitting part. There's two things you can do. You can do this pretty cheaply. A piece of wood, take a wood file kind of thin, which is basically what I've done here. As you can tell, I've made a slot. And I wanted to do the splitting, but what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of stretch show for you. I do it basically like Bernie 46 does in his YouTube videos. Except for I use a screwdriver shank. Basically just wrap it around like this. All you gotta do is start pulling on it. Doesn't have to be super strainful on it or nothing. As you can tell, I found the weak spot. I'll probably use that for something somewhere else. And this is where you find your weak spots. Hopefully there won't be that many. But the hides are still great. I like using them. I like buying them. Richard Taubman's a really neat guy to work with. His contact is located on our website. You have to email him. Of course, if you're in Australia, you can always contact him. And as you can tell, it's pretty much stretched. About as the limit, anyway. That was the first time I found a weak spot in all the hides I've gotten from Richard. So now back to the splitting part. As you can tell, I'm using a block of wood. I do have a splitter that I received from a braiding mentor of mine. His name is Mike Storch. He sent this to me, the old metal one. You can't see it yet, but I'll bring it into the picture here in a minute. You can use this method, the wood. I'm going to do that for a little bit of it. Again, it's just more or less a sample piece, so. And it's a micro cut, so most of it will probably just disappear anyway. Just get a blade, a little holder thing like that. It works just fine. It's just a regular blade, like so. I buy those by the pack of 50 or 100. And again, I've got a little line here that I'm using that I penciled in. And you just pull on it. And if you can see this, it's really thin now. It's a little bit thinner than it was. And that's the scrap piece left over. That's just one method of doing this. Again, I use, and I'm going to move the camera so you can see. I use this, and I'm going to move it down. So you can see, and what I'll do is I'll probably tighten in on it a little bit. And this here adjusts the roller that comes in. Both these do. This screw here has a knob under it that adjusts the level of the roller. And this is the steel blade. And all this does is just push it out. And you got two screws in here that limit how far you can push it out. And again, this one here has been preset already. So what I'll do is I'll run this through, and that would be a good split. Yep. Workshop. And I'll be right back as soon as I get it all set up and ready.